Living as a princess looks effortless from the outside. Grand palaces, sleek cars, priceless jewels, and every luxury imaginable. But behind that glittering image, some members of royalty face very real pressure and difficult choices. Today we are looking at one princess who stands out from the rest, a woman often described online as a trillionaire princess, yet willing to risk a life of comfort and status for love, purpose, and independence. Welcome back, where we examine the lives of the global elite, how they live, how they build their fortunes, and how they spend and manage their wealth. In this video, we take a closer look at Princess Tunku Aminah Maimuna Iskandari of Johor, her extraordinary background, her relationship, her business career, and the way she balances immense privilege with responsibility. Princess Tunku Aminah was born on the 8th of April, 1986 in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. She is the Tunku Puteri of Johor, the only daughter of Sultan Ibrahim Ismail, the Sultan of Johor, and Raja Zari Sophia, the Permaisuri Queen of Johor. As the only girl among four brothers, she grew up in the heart of one of Malaysia's most influential royal families. From an early age, she was surrounded by the protocol, culture, and expectations of the Johor royal household, but she also experienced a childhood shaped by modern education and exposure to the outside world. Her early schooling took place in Johor, beginning at Sekolah Sri Utama, a prestigious private school in Johor Bahru. Later, she continued her studies abroad, attending boarding school in Australia and the Australian International School in Singapore. This mix of local and international education gave her both a strong grounding in Malaysian values and a global outlook. She eventually pursued economics, equipping herself with knowledge that would later support her business ventures. Those who met her during these years often remarked on how she combined royal poise with down-to-earth personality. Inside the Johor Royal Palace, Tunku Aminah was raised in an environment of enormous wealth. Her father, Sultan Ibrahim, is not only a constitutional monarch, but also a billionaire businessman. His interests extend across real estate, telecommunications, oil and gas and other sectors, with reports placing his net worth around $5.7 billion. This scale of fortune has led to online descriptions of the Johor household as having trillionaire levels of assets when considering the broader holdings, land, and legacy of the royal family. Yet, despite the luxury that surrounded her, her parents emphasized humility, discipline, and service to the state. Even as a young woman, Princess Tunku Aminah did not simply rely on her royal title. At the age of 21, she launched her own beauty brand, often referred to as Lens, the Royal Art of Beauty. It quickly gained recognition, particularly in Malaysia, showing that she had both an eye for fashion and the determination to build something of her own. This move helped craft her public image as more than just a ceremonial figure. She was a businesswoman, deeply involved in branding, product development, and the growing beauty industry. Beyond business, she cultivated a range of personal interests. She is passionate about fashion and design, frequently supporting local designers and showcasing Malaysian styles. She is also known for her love of sports, especially equestrian activities. Horse riding, polo, and other outdoor pursuits are a regular part of her lifestyle, reflecting the traditional royal love of horses combined with a modern commitment to fitness and well-being. She also paints, following in the footsteps of her mother, who is an accomplished artist. These pursuits have helped humanize her in the eyes of the public, presenting her as a multidimensional Malaysian princess rather than a distant royal figure. Within the Johor royal family, Tunku Aminah holds a number of important roles. She is actively engaged in charity work, particularly in the areas of welfare, education, and healthcare. She supports initiatives aimed at improving the lives of underprivileged families, children with disabilities, and patients battling serious illnesses. Among the causes close to her heart are cancer support and specialist medical care, including involvement with foundations such as the Tunku Laksamana Johor Cancer Foundation. Her presence at charity events is not just ceremonial. She is frequently involved in planning, fundraising, and awareness campaigns. Another key focus of her public life is the promotion of Johor's cultural heritage. Tunku Aminah regularly takes part in traditional ceremonies, cultural festivals, and state events that highlight Malay customs and Johor's unique identity. She uses a platform to support artists, craftsmen, and cultural organizations, helping to preserve traditional practices while presenting them in a way that resonates with younger generations. In doing so, She has become a bridge between the old and the new, a member of the monarchy who honors her lineage while engaging with the modern world. She has also taken on a wider role in the business landscape beyond her beauty brand. Over the years, she has been linked to ventures in fashion, retail, and property, and has been associated with positions in companies such as Redtone, a telecommunications group, and property entities like Waterfront SD and BHD and Bayou Assets. These roles give her influence in sectors that are important to Johor's economic development, underscoring that she is not merely a symbolic princess but an active participant in business and investment. However, the part of her life that has captured the most public attention is her relationship and eventual marriage to a man from outside royal circles. In August 2017, Princess Tunku Aminah married Dennis Mohammed Abdullah, a Dutch-born businessman. Their union drew massive media coverage in Malaysia and beyond, not just because of the lavish celebration, but because of how different it looked from the traditional royal match. To understand the impact of this marriage, it is important to look at what led up to it. By 2015, when she was around 29, her family, like many royal families, was keen for her to settle down. Suitors from other royal houses and wealthy families were reportedly introduced to her, reflecting the usual pattern of strategic alliances among the elite. But unlike many aristocrats who accept arranged or politically convenient matches, Tunku Aminah wanted something else, a genuine connection and partnership of her own choosing. That search led her to an ordinary cafe, far from palace banquets and state receptions. There she met Dennis, a cafe manager originally from a small town near Amsterdam in the Netherlands. He had grown up in a modest environment, with no ties to any royal dynasty and no idea that the woman sitting across from him was a Malaysian princess. What impressed him was not her title, but her personality, her warmth, humor, and grounded nature. For 3 years, they quietly built their relationship away from the spotlight. During that time, Dennis still had no clear idea of the full scale of her background. It was only when their relationship became serious that Princess Tunku Aminah revealed who she really was. For Dennis, the revelation that he had been dating the only daughter of the Sultan of Johor was a shock. The challenge, however, was not just his reaction, but the reaction of her father. Sultan Ibrahim initially strongly opposed the match. From his perspective, his daughter had many options among royals and wealthy elites who could match her background. A European commoner managing a cafe looked like a poor fit for a trillionaire-level royal household. What followed was a long period of negotiation and resistance. For about 3 years, Tunku Aminah tried to persuade her father that Dennis was the right partner for her. Sultan Ibrahim, known for his firm personality, did not make it easy. He set conditions and tests to assess Dennis's character and commitment. Among them was a requirement that Dennis convert to Islam, the official religion of the state and the royal family. He also had to adopt a Muslim name, becoming Dennis Mohammed Abdullah, and agree to a marriage contract that clearly stated he would never have any claim to royal rule or a throne. These terms were designed to protect the royal line and make sure there would be no confusion about titles or succession. For many people, those conditions would have been overwhelming. But Dennis accepted them, driven by his feelings for Tunku Aminah and his willingness to adapt to her world. When he formally embraced Islam and complied with the royal requirements, he sent a strong signal to the Sultan that his intentions were serious and respectful. Over time, the Sultan's position softened, and he eventually gave his consent to the marriage. The royal wedding itself in August 2017 was one of the most talked about events in Malaysia that year. It took place in Johor, with the Istana grounds illuminated by colorful lights and traditional decorations. Around 1,200 guests, including Malaysian royals, foreign dignitaries, and key figures from politics and business, attended the ceremony. The event was broadcast and widely shared, highlighting the spectacle of a modern royal union that crossed cultural and national lines. Princess Tunku Aminah appeared in a traditional white baju kurung, with a long lace veil decorated with crystals. Her jewelry was elegant and understated, and she wore a tiara that reflected her royal status without overshadowing her natural look. Her makeup was kept soft and simple, in line with the refined image he has cultivated over the years. Dennis, now officially Dennis Mohammed Abdullah, wore traditional Malay attire, symbolizing his full acceptance into the Johor royal household and Malaysian culture. During the ceremony, the couple sat on a golden dais, receiving blessings and congratulations. Dennis presented his bride with a traditional dowry, 22,511 Malaysian ringgit, a symbolic amount chosen with care, representing the start of their new chapter together. They exchanged meaningful gifts, including Malay attire, a gold ring, and a kioin. At one point, Dennis recited a poem to Tunku Aminah, moving her to tears and reinforcing the impression that this was not a cold, arranged match, but a relationship built on real affection. After the wedding, the couple settled into life as a royal pair with shared duties and responsibilities. Thanks to Sultan Ibrahim's vast wealth and business empire, they had access to extraordinary resources, but both expressed a desire to balance luxury with responsibility. Dennis moved from cafe work into more formal business roles, taking positions in Johor real estate and development companies. Tunku Aminah continued to expand her ventures in beauty and lifestyle, exploring new lines such as fragrances and hair care products, while maintaining her roles in telecommunications and property holdings. Family life also became a major focus. In January 2020, they welcomed their first child. In 2022, a second child arrived, marking another celebrated moment for the Johor royal line. The palace released official photographs showing Sultan Ibrahim and members of the Johor royal family attending traditional ceremonies associated with the birth, including a bathing ritual that highlighted the unity and cultural continuity of the household. Relatives and members of the public sent congratulations, with many calling Tunku Aminah's children some of the cutest royal babies in the region. At the same time, Princess Tunku Aminah remained active in philanthropy. She supported children with special needs, hospital initiatives, and charity drives across Johor, often visiting institutions in person. Her efforts earned her a reputation as a darling of Johor, someone who uses her wealth and influence to make a meaningful difference in people's lives. In a region where questions of inequality and access to healthcare remain pressing, a public backing of these initiatives has genuine impact. However, her path has not been without criticism. Some conservative voices expressed discomfort with aspects of her appearance and lifestyle, particularly her decision not always to wear the hijab in public. As a Muslim princess and a high-profile figure, every outfit and public appearance drew commentary. The criticism at times crossed the line into personal attacks, especially on social media. The pressure became so intense that Tunku Aminah eventually chose to step away from platforms like Instagram, prioritizing her mental health and privacy over constant online visibility. In many ways, Princess Tunku Aminah's life captures a broader shift within modern royalty. She embodies a balance between tradition and modernity, navigating strict royal protocol while asserting her right to choose her own partner, pursue her own businesses, and present herself in a way that feels authentic. Despite being born into immense wealth and status, she has consistently shown humility, resilience, and a willingness to work rather than simply accept a symbolic role. Her journey with Dennis Mohammed Abdullah, from a chance meeting in a cafe to a royal wedding in Johor, demonstrates that even within one of Southeast Asia's most powerful royal families, personal choice and genuine connection can reshape expectations. Her career as a businesswoman, her charitable work, and her role as a wife and mother all contribute to a more complete image of what a trillionaire princess can be in the 21st century. As we look at her life, one conclusion becomes clear. Real wealth is not just measured in palaces, cars, or billion-dollar net worths. In Princess Tunku Aminah's case, it is reflected in character, conviction, and the readiness to use a privileged position for something larger than personal comfort, whether that means standing up for the partner she chose, building her own enterprises, or supporting those in her state who need help the most.